W. Inspiring, connecting, empowering. Access Bank has over the past 6 years provided innovative and timely financial products and services that have allowed businesses to thrive and people to fulfill their aspirations. Today, the bank is one of the 10 most profitable and highly productive banks in Ghana. As a catalyst for socio-economic development, Access Bank is championing the cause of women to impact positively on the economic fortunes of the country and the world at large. The bank's recognition of the role women play as entrepreneurs, home builders, and professionals has led it to the design of a unique banking service for women through the different stages of their lives. W Initiative is Access Bank's special approach to banking women. W provides women with relevant solutions to meet their financial and lifestyle needs, as well as achieve their dreams and aspirations.
Miss Kay Simmons has been at the helm of affairs at one of Ghana's biggest distilleries. Her success story as a leader in this competitive industry has been underpinned by her strategic partnership with her bankers.
In 2010, I was appointed as the Managing Director of Gihok Distilleries. Basically, the distilleries company is largely a male-dominated environment. But if you look at my background as a chemist at university, the environment was perhaps 80% male. So I'm used to being in a male environment and taking bold and strategic, decisions. Access Bank has been the major pillar and has supported the growth and the success story to date of Gihok Distilleries. Without the support of Access Bank, we would have been floundering. But Access Bank came in at just the right time, and they made life pretty much easier for me personally as a woman. They were very supportive of my role, and they accepted what I wanted to do in terms of modernization, expansion, and retooling of Gihok Distilleries. We have increased our blending capacity 5-fold. Bottling capacity have been increased tremendously, that we can supply our brands to Ghana and the sub-region. And this is obviously something major for the development of Gihok. Access Bank did not only help support us in Ghana, but also in Nigeria, where I had to study the market penetration of our brands. And Access Bank Ghana actually appointed 2 to travel to Nigeria with me. And they introduced me to Access Bank Nigeria, and they went above their call of duty to travel from Ikeja to Festac, which took about 5 hours, one route, horrendous. Coming back, we had a puncture, and you can imagine bank officials rolling up their sleeves to change a tie. And really, this is the way Access Bank has been supportive towards me personally.
Mrs. Stevens nurtured her startup business in Ghana and has grown it to become a dominant force in the fast-moving consumer goods market.
I started with a very small retail shop in Ashaiman, and then I wanted to go to Unilever as a distributor. So I went there and I said I wanted to be a distributor for Ashaiman. That was what got me in there. Then I started as a distributor for Unilever, and as time went on, I added so many other companies. So right now, I distribute for at least 23 companies. I used to be with a bank, and I had an issue with the bank. So I closed the accounts. Just at that point, Intercontinental came in, and I gave them a challenge that if between Monday and Wednesday, somebody was supplying me 10 containers of canned drinks, I was in the process of paying off the other bank. I didn't need another bank to help me. I was just selling my stocks and paying. So if they could pay for the 10 containers, then I'd shift completely to them. And I'm glad to say that they did. So when Access came in, I had to watch to see whether they would spoil me the way Intercontinental used to spoil me. To start with, a few faces were still there, and the relationship carried on. The new MD was just as wonderful. In this kind of business, how well you can pay your suppliers is a very big issue. So if the suppliers have faith in you that you always have money to pay them, then when the good deals come, they'll come to you first. And as far as that goes, I must say that Access has done very well. At the end of the day, when I go home at weekends, I want to go and sleep. Now, I walk into any discussion, I walk into any negotiation chest out, because I know that when I come back, I have the support of Access behind me. And that puts me leaps ahead of my colleagues when it comes to doing business. Because I have Access, when it comes to my other ladies who are trying to grow up in their business, I can always take them to Access, and I know that Access will assist. That's why I love Access.
I started Glitz a little over 3 years ago, and I think it's all because of my passion for lifestyle and things that are good. I'm someone who's genuinely interested in people when they're doing well. And I moved into Ghana about 4 years ago, and I felt like the people who are doing very well in our economy and people, look up to them were not being portrayed in a very good way. So I did a lot of research, and then, a lot of work went into it. And then, we started Glitz. When I wanted to start my business, the first account that I opened was with Access Bank. My husband had banked with them for a very long time, and he was very happy with them. So when I also was starting my business, automatically I went there. Wasn't expecting too much, but I got, a nice surprise, because they're very nice to me. They called to check on how, the business is doing. They visited my office before, which I thought was quite weird in Ghana. I'm quite happy with how the everyday running of my business, how they support me if I need statements, if I need payments made because of the business I do. They're quite, they respond to emails, they make sure things are done at the right times, especially in Ghana, because things are so hard to get things done, to know what to do, especially when you move from somewhere and you come to Ghana. Sometimes it's so hard. You don't know where to start from, you don't know where to go. So if you find people, relationship managers, who even if they are not in the right position to help you, they can advise you on what to do or where to go. I think it's a good start for every business, and it's been good for me and for my business. Women, we can be all over the place. Sometimes you're married, you want to look after your husband, when you look after the kids, you want to make sure your office is running okay. We are multitaskers, but I mean, the fact that you also don't have to stress about that side of getting things done, and in all my stresses and everything, I can just call the bank and say, can you do this transfer for me? And they're like, okay, they're not going to say, okay, you have to be here from morning till whatever to get it done. They can just get it done for you. I think it's simplified my life for me, and it make it less stressful for me, and then you are able then to think about other important things in your life.
Bata is a world's #1 footwear company, both in manufacturing and retail, with over 5,000 retail shops across the world, from Asia all the way to America and down to Africa. A few years ago, 4 years back, when this idea of bringing Bata into Ghana was born, no other bank was willing to look at me because I did not have the collateral. I didn't have houses, I don't have any property here, and that's what they needed to actually even start talking to you. And when I approached Access Bank, I actually found people, and especially I'd like to talk about Mr. Dolapo. He actually gave me almost 30 minutes of audience. This is a non-Ghanaian who has this dream. I have it in book, but I don't have anything to support in terms of what banks need to give you the finances. But God is good. Access Bank listened to me, and they saw my dream. And now, 3 years down the line, we have 5 outlets in major shopping malls. And all I can say is that I know the future is bright. When I came to Access Bank, I met from the managing director, Mr. Dolapo, down to my relationship manager, people who are able to advise a lay woman like me. Yes, I'm the managing director, but no, I'm not an expert in everything. So they were able to give me the different products that would suit an SME like mine. They didn't go out there and tell me you can take a loan so that I can pay big interest rates. They told me no. I was very excited to get a loan, but they said, no, look at it this way. These are the pros and cons for this facility. I think you'd be better with this because of A, B, C, D. And that helped me because I have people who sweat thinking about the implications of the services they're giving to me. Well, I am able to focus on what I am meant to do, the core business of my retail. So I feel like we have a good marriage that works. As a woman, number one, number two, and Ghanaian, Access Bank has been ideal. Not only does it have a lot of women employees in very senior managerial positions, but they support the idea, I think, of equal opportunity. From what I see, from the kind of conversations I have from the senior managers that I meet, that are all women who are willing to listen and who are willing to, to see the vision that we do have as Bata. I find that Access Bank is above many banks. They treat you like a queen. So I never feel, I don't have to go to the banking hall to get the attention of the MD. I don't need to go to the banking hall to get the attention of the head of commercial banking. I just need a phone call and they'll be in my office.
W, a special approach to banking women. It inspires, connects, and empowers women to be what they dream to become. Are you a woman looking for support for your lifestyle, family, and business? Then join the W Initiative by Access Bank and let's work together to achieve your dreams.